Welcome to day 18. Had a really nice stopover in Kearny. Another lovely little town, so friendly. I really like the hikers there. It's about 6 or 7 miles off trail, but the good people of Kearny actually volunteer to come out and pick you up and take you back out on trail. And the general store there, as you come off trail, if you visit the general store, they'll give you a free coffee and a donut. And everything is so compact and close together, it's very easy to sort out what you need to. So perfect little town really for a stopover. So now back on trail. My next port of call is a place called Roosevelt Lake Marina. It's another touristy place, so there's not a lot there. So I've sent a package ahead so I can get a resupply. So the Roosevelt Lake was around about 80 miles from where I got back on trail this morning. Plan today, about 16 to 20 miles in. We're following the Gila River, which is a lovely part of the trail. The spring flowers are out, you might have seen, and apparently it's an especially good year this year because of all the wet weather that we've had. Talking of wet weather, there's some more coming this week. Predicting rain tomorrow, Tuesday afternoon, evening, through the night into Wednesday. So keep the waterproof handy. I believe it's going to be overcast, so it's going to keep the temperatures down. Hey Cal. Hey Cal. Oh, he's a big lad. Okay, I'm 14 miles in for the day. This is the first water I've come across or had access to. This is the Gila River. The next water source is another about 10 miles from here. I'm not going to make that tonight. So what I'm going to do is drink a litre here, take 3 with me, and that'll do me for my camp tonight, and then to get to the next water source tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to push on another 3 or 4 miles today. Now apparently it looks dirty, it's very silty, so I think filtering will be quite difficult. Try not to let it block my filter. Okay, let's see how we get on. Now this point here is the lowest point on the whole Arizona Trail at 1,640 something feet. Now we're going to have to go back up to 7,000 or 8,000 feet, so we've got a fair bit of climbing to do yet. Not straight away, thank goodness, over in the next couple of hundred miles or so. Some good place to camp around here actually, but it's only just after 4, so I'm just going to push on a little bit further and see if we can find a place a bit further up the trail. Welcome to day 19. Well, I managed to push about 18 miles yesterday. Not bad considering I didn't start till late coming out of town. Last night, really warm night, maybe because I'm still at low elevation and in these big canyons, and it's very overcast skies. First night I've not had to put any warm gear on, either last night or this morning. So much easier packing your tent away when it's not cold. So, plan today, push about 20 miles. Quite a lot of elevation gain today, about 3,000 feet, but I think it's up and down, it's not all at once. Shouldn't be too bad. Going through a lovely part of the trail, these big, steep-sided, rocky canyons with the saguaro cactus and the wildflowers. Yeah, it's really nice. Expecting some rain, I mentioned yesterday, later on today, not sure exactly when. It's very overcast skies, so I'll get as many miles as I can before the rain comes. The water's from about 8 miles from where I camped, so I've got enough, and I think the situation improves after the next water stop, gets a bit more frequently, so that's good. And the other thing today, I think we're going to pass the 300 mile point, so I'll let you know when we get there. Right, so let's get those miles in before the rain comes. This is looking back to where I've just come from this morning. Just come all the way up this canyon, valley, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and you might be able to see the path. So like it goes like this, comes down here, look. Down there. And then now I'm switched back in up the hill to come out the top of the canyon. So that last water source was good, but it was really exposed up on that ridge. And actually there's a chilly wind blowing, so I didn't stay up there long, just grabbed a quick litre and pushed on to the next one, which is where I am now. It's much more sheltered and a more comfortable place to take a break, so I'm going to make a coffee and have a 20 minutes break. Just had a nice surprise back there on the trail, met someone new, or sort of new, Alan, who did this trail last year. I followed him on his YouTube channel. I've been chatting to him on Facebook. He's out here again doing a different trail, but the two trails overlap. Now we did think there was a chance we might bump into each other, so I just bumped into him there as well. Yeah, so Alan's from Doncaster, which is not far from where I'm from originally. So yeah, so it's really good to meet Alan on the trail. Made my day, that did. Had a good chat with him for half an hour. So Alan's out here doing the Grand Enchantment Trail, so if you want to follow him, see what he's up to, his channel is Alan Tracy Outdoors. I'll put a link in the description below. Okay, so yeah, I'm about getting up to 10 miles in already, and it's about 10:30, so plenty of time. So I've taken a break, have a nice coffee, and then push on for another 10 miles. These dead saguaros look a bit spooky. There's a few around here. I think there was a fire here maybe a year or two ago. Everything's burnt. A lot of them must burn down. So I've just reached the 300 mile point. Let's take a look around. Totally different environment from the 1 and the 200. See these steep canyons and rocky hills. Something like you used to see on the old Western movies. So yeah, all's good. All the gear's performing well, very happy with that. Even my shoes, which are holding up well. Hope to get another 200 or 300 miles out of those. It's still overcast. It's trying to rain a little bit. It's doing it now actually. Doesn't really amount to much. I'm going to push on for another couple of miles and get some lunch, and that'll leave me about 5, maybe 6 miles to do this afternoon. So, all's good. Well, it's definitely raining now. It's coming down pretty heavy actually.
With restrooms,
rest area.
wayside. What size did you wear?
9.5. I'm gonna pick them up when I get to Kearny for another 85.
So there's, and just let it go.
Yep. Welcome to day 20. So I've got a bit of story to tell from last night. I'm using a system called the bounce box. So all the gear I brought over with me when I flew in, the hold all and gear, change of shoes, a bit of extra warm gear if I need it, and a few other things. I don't want to carry them with me, so put them in a box, post them up the trail. Couple hundred miles. So that's what I did. And my bounce box was supposed to be in Kearny on Monday morning, but it wasn't there. I couldn't find it at least. So I called them yesterday afternoon, about 3:30, and they eventually found it. That was Tuesday. But they couldn't send it on to where I wanted them to send it. This is my next big stop, which is a place called Pine. But what they could do is send it up the trail to the next town called Superior. And I just so happened I was at the trailhead in Superior at the time, near Superior. So I asked them to send it on, and then I reached out to a trail angel who lives in Superior called MJ, who's absolutely brilliant. She came and picked me up and took me into Superior for about 4:30 last night. And even though she had about another 8 hikers staying at her place, because they'd all come in because of the bad weather, she found me a spot where I could sleep on a veranda with a cover. There was no roof on, so I kept dry. And then this morning she took me up to the post office, and luckily the box was there, so sorted that out, sent it on up the trail. So crisis averted. MJ then brought myself and a few others back out on the trail for about 9:30. So here we are. The weather's still pretty crap. More like hiking in the UK than in Arizona. It's still raining, as you might be able to see, but just clear up apparently this afternoon. So plan today, try and get 15 to 20 miles in. Pretty easy going at the moment, but it's going to start climbing soon. It'll get a bit tougher. Hopefully the rain will stop before then. So I'll let you know when the sun starts shining again. Well, it's approaching 2 in the afternoon and at last we're starting to see some blue skies. Okay, last part of the day and we've got a couple of thousand feet to climb. As always, saves the hard bit till last. We're going up and over there somewhere. It's the only way out this valley.